Tyron Woodley is preparing for his next wrestling match against Khamzat Chimaev. Woodley, who has not won an MMA or boxing bout since his 2018 UFC title defense against Darren Till, recently returned to competition at Real American Freestyle with a 14-8 victory over Joaquin Buckley. Woodley is now scheduled to face Khamzat Chimaev in the main event of RAF Moscow on September 5th. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Woodley said, "Chimaev would be an easy matchup for me under RAF rules.
And I'm going to take out Khamzat. I'm going to take him out. I promise you.
For real?
Mark my words. Many people thought Joaquin Buckley was going to be the easy match. My gut tells me Khamzat's going to be the easy match.
Come on. In Russia, you're in his
Watch
prime?
this.
Serious?
Watch this.
What?
Robbie Lawler, the killer. 2 Fighter of the Year back-to-back. Boogeyman. Tyron ain't fought in 16 months. Darren Till don't care about his kids. Way bigger than Tyron. Way punch harder. Tyron backs up. Watch what happens. I'm going to beat him like a German.
What do you think? Like, how does it play out? What are you seeing?
Let's see.
Jorge Masvidal has suggested a future opponent for Anthony Hernandez. Hernandez recently suffered his second straight loss. He dropped a decision to Gregory Rodriguez, following a February stoppage by Sean Strickland. On the Deep Waters podcast, Masvidal, along with Chris Weidman, Dean Thomas, and Dustin Poirier, proposed former UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya as Hernandez's next opponent.
Hernandez versus Izzy.
You could do that.
I like that.
Yeah, you could
I
do that.
like that fight a lot.
So
Both have been struggling. Both are struggling. I mean, Izzy's struggling more, but
it's a good
tough
stop
matchup.
for
Yeah, it's a
good stop for
interesting-
Izzy, I think, though.
Yeah,
you know,
and you've just
stylistically.
seen how you could stop the takedown. Like it's possible with good technique. So you can learn a lot from this fight.
But not just technique. I think in RoboCop's part, it's his physicalities. 'Cause
Physicality.
There was a lot of times where his legs were up in the air, and this guy was lock hand doubles, and he just
He manned up.
poked it up, Mr.
Yeah, he
Olympia
did.
style, jacked
did,
him up,
he did,
ripped
he
him
did.
off his legs.
100%.
You know, I don't think Izzy has those physicalities in the wrestling
He's going to be
department.
weaker. He's going to
Yeah.
be weaker there for sure.
He's definitely RoboCop has to be one of the strongest 85ers.
That's why it's
right now.
exciting.
for sure,
And then
for
he's
sure.
also going to be coming out throwing those leg kicks. He's going to be going to the body with teeps and different types of kicks
Knees.
and knees. Like it's gonna that fight is interesting.
I'm still a very small channel, so if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe. It really helps me grow. Let's get back to the news. Colby Covington addressed Ian Machado Garry after his recent loss to Islam Makhachev at UFC 330. In a submission radio interview, Covington was asked about the defeat. He then mocked his fellow welterweight, citing controversy surrounding Ian Machado Garry's marriage.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention, so I didn't really care about it. But the one thing fitting that I did see is now, you know, the wife got to sit in the corner and watch him get dogged out for once. So at least the roles got reversed for once. You know, the world got to see that he was exposed as a fuck. And I just thought that it was very fitting that now instead of him sitting in the corner and watching, you know, his wife with the nutritionist, he got to have his wife in the corner and watch him, you know, get dogged out. So it was.
Colby Covington believes neither Carlos Prates nor Michael Morales can defeat welterweight champion Islam Makhachev.
Do you think will give Islam Makhachev the best test? Because we've got Carlos Prates and we've got Michael Morales. People are saying one of those two. Do you think either one of those would give him a tough fight?
I don't think so, Dennis. I think that he beats all those guys with the wrestling, the well-rounded nature. But to be honest, I don't pay attention. I could care less anymore. I'm focused on business over at RAF, you know, and over at RAB, getting the beer sold out there to the world and passing on and, you know, carrying on the legacy of the.
Merab Dvalishvili believes he understands why Henry Cejudo dominated him at RAF last Saturday. Cejudo had sought revenge against Merab after their initial UFC meeting in 2024, where Cejudo was unsuccessful, and their first RAF encounter last month, which Merab won 11-8. Cejudo delivered a spectacular performance last Saturday. He avenged his previous defeat to Merab. He captured the RAF Lightweight Crossover Championship with a 30-second victory. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, Merab reflected on the loss. He admitted he lacked sufficient time to prepare for the rematch. He believes this ultimately cost him the fight.
I know it was risks since when I was wrestling against him first time, and especially it was risk when I beat him in wrestling, and then now he was the one who called me and then who asked this wrestling match. It was weird, but I know he was preparing something. I know he was gonna study me, and I don't have time for like really training for wrestling like this. You know, I'm focused for my fight always. You know, I just usually how I do when I have a wrestling match in RAF, like usually like week before I start preparation, like as a second training. You know, maybe go a little details, but.
Merab Dvalishvili provided an update on Ilia Topuria. He said, he's enjoying life right now, but expects him to return stronger than ever.
As you guys all see, he's having a great time. He's enjoying life. He's always been like this. He's such a happy guy. He's a very lover, big heart with friends and family. And he's doing very good. He's fine. When he will come back, he will get back the belt and he will beat everybody. Nobody can stop him. And yeah, he's the best. And you guys already know, but he's going to prove it.
Merab Dvalishvili criticized Umar Nurmagomedov and his manager, Rizvan Nurmagomedov. This exchange indicates continued tension between the two fighters.
Find out later who was, I guess, helping Umar to disrespect me on X and threats to or wrote all the bad, disrespectful things for me, and they even mentioned my country for disrespectful ways. And this Rizwan, he's sneaky manager. He's been in Georgia. He's been treated welcome. He's been treated very well there. But and even after that, he disrespect me. He disrespect my country. He's sneaky guy. He disrespect me. I'm mad. I'm hurt. And every time he has a chance, he always disrespect me. Even recently they asked about him how me and Peter Yan fight will go. He said Peter Yan will beat me my next fight, and then he even say some stupid excuse that I beat Peter Yan first time because he had an injury. So imagine like he even disrespect my win against Peter Yan. He even don't respect that I have a win against Yan. You know, every time Umar has the chance to talk about me, he always disrespect.
Carlos Prates is seeking a welterweight title bout against Islam Makhachev for UFC 334 in New York City on November 14th. He shared this intention on Instagram, tagging Islam Makhachev and including the hashtag #Ngannou. Separately, Prates recently practiced wrestling defense with Eddie Alvarez. Fans noted that Prates was demonstrating single-leg defense techniques similar to those used by Ian Machado Garry against Islam Makhachev.
Just single leg, try to put my feet on the ground, pull his head down. I'm gonna get his leg, put his head down, and then go to the side. Fake, 1, 2, 1, 2, fake, pull, kick. Take down, grab his leg, and go to this.
Conor McGregor posted a video to his social media accounts yesterday. The footage has led some fans to speculate about his sobriety.
Look at that rainbow issue right on my face. Oh, wow. I can see through another parallel dimension here, Johnny.
Gregory Rodriguez has denied Anthony Hernandez's cheating accusations. Hernandez alleged Rodriguez repeatedly grabbed his gloves during their fight. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, RoboCop rejected the claims. He stated referee Herb Dean would have warned him if rules were broken, making any foul evident.
Oh man, he can say whatever he wants, you know, like the fact that I beat him was the leg kicks, I punched him, he didn't take me down, he didn't do nothing, you know, like he put a pressure that was good, but I didn't cheat him, he know that. But everybody can say whatever they want. I still the same, man. I'm a lot of respect about him, like I said. And then I saw his family right there. His son was crying in the front row, you know, like it's crazy, but that's the sport, you know. And I tell my wife in my training, bro, if I can, I'm gonna buy the guy. I buy it, I'm gonna do everything. I break my bones, but I'm gonna do everything I needed. But I didn't cheat in, and during the fight, we fight good. It was a dog's fight. Everyone saw that. He would try to kill each other, every moment and every round. Like if that was clear, probably Herbert Dean will say something, or everyone's gonna see in the TV or whatever. Sometimes involuntary, my hands grab his gloves, but was nothing like that will change the result of the fight, you know. And in the end, I'm still the same, man. A lot of respect by him. I know he's a warrior. He's a tough guy. I think he will bounce him back. It's gonna be hard, like, to hold him in his game. The guys who fight him need to be really smart. And yeah, at the end of the day, just my respect, and I will still be the same, man. The result, we saw the scorecard, I saw the fight, and I beat him.
Jiri Prochazka has addressed speculation regarding his next opponent. Regarding rumors of a confirmed fight, Prochazka said, "Just don't believe to every nonsense on internet. Fight is not confirmed yet. Still working on that." He noted his current training approach in a social media update, stating, "One thing is sure. I want my preparation to be fully thorough, to break everything down, and to start from the roots that have long been a part of me. There are still levels that can be reached, and right now I am very grateful to see them clearly." Prochazka also shared footage today of a 500-pound deadlift. Over the weekend, RoboCop defeated Anthony Hernandez by unanimous decision. He now holds a 4-fight winning streak, with 7 wins in his last 8 bouts. John Anik, Ray Longo, and Kenny Florian discussed his potential for the UFC Middleweight Championship.
Can RoboCop be the world champion?
Gosh, I don't know if he can be world champion, but I do think he's a big-time problem, and his power and his physicality is something that needs to be respected. I thought, maybe a lot of other people did, that he was going to get tired. He did not tire. Going 5 hard rounds against primarily a grappler like Hernandez, I think was extremely impressive. And then when he did get the breaks, he was, throwing a lot of volume, which was nice. And I think he's elite after that performance.
I feel like the Duplessis call-out was the right one. I'm not sure that fight does anything for Dricus. I'm not sure he gets that fight. But what do you make as RoboCop now as bona fide top 5 middleweight contender against this division's truly proven elite fighters?
And I think this 5-round war against a guy that was supposed to wear him out by 95% of the consensus of people is going to give this guy a confidence that I think is going to really serve him well moving forward. And I think at any given point in time, he could get anybody out of there. So it depends on who's champion when he fights. Obviously, that's a big deal, but you give him the right matchup, he could 100% be a champion.
Carlos Prates has challenged Islam Makhachev for a potential matchup at UFC 334 in New York.
If the version of Carlos Prates who we saw against Jack Della in Perth in May shows up, does that version beat Islam, or do you need to be even better than that version?
Maybe better.
Okay, because that was a pretty damn good version.
Yeah, but I think now I will be a little bit better, like better and better, step by step, fight by fight. I'm gonna get better.
Everyone slows down at some point in MMA. Do you feel like he is slowing down at all, based on what you saw on Saturday?
No. I don't think so. I think he's on his...
Islam Makhachev secured a unanimous decision victory over Ian Machado Garry at UFC 330, establishing a new UFC record of 17 consecutive wins. This performance has fueled ongoing discussions regarding his status as the greatest fighter in the sport's history.
I think Islam is in that top three. Top
Okay,
three.
so-
John Jones is up there. And what Mighty Mouse was doing.
Then you got Islam. So then GSP at 4.
There's a couple of guys that you put in those next lists. You've got Anderson Silva.
Come on. Didn't answer the mother question. Could call me crazy, bro. I put Islam ahead of GSP.
Okay, rightfully so.
How many tiles defenses did he have at lightweight?
Took it off with Charles. Dustin, Moicano, Volk.
Then you put him in the top 5, bro. I think it's Jones, Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre,
Islam.
And Islam.
I'm not mad at that.
Islam Makhachev has identified his preferred next opponent, citing a lack of recent activity from Michael Morales. He argues that the recent performance of his chosen challenger warrants the opportunity.
Give Carlos Prates the fight. He's coming off 3 beautiful KOs. So is Morales, but I think Prates' wins are a little bit bigger, better guys. I think you have Ian Garry versus Michael Morales. Ian's not super hurt. That's a tough fight to throw him in there after throwing him in there against Islam, but Ian Gary's the type of dude that will take.
Prates sat down with Ariel Helwani to discuss the fighting style of Islam Makhachev. He claims he has identified specific weaknesses in the champion's game.
I think it's boring, you know, like I don't like watch fights at all, like striking fights or some of friends, of course, I like to watch, but especially if there's some grappler fighting, I don't like to watch. I like to watch like people's getting knocked, a lot of action and things like that. And it's crazy because now I really like to train grappling, you know, more than striking, but I don't like to watch. Yeah, but I don't like to watch like grappling and fighters go to the ground and bored fight. I don't like.
The fighter questioned the wrestling credentials of Michael Morales. He claimed he would defeat Morales in any matchup.
I think people think Morales can fight better than me just because he's stronger, you know? Because, of course, on the strike, I would kill Morales. And grappling, I don't know. Everybody called that guy wrestler, but I never saw him try a takedown. You know, so I don't know. Maybe people say like, Morales would have like more chance to beat Islam because he's bigger. You know, like he's really heavy. But about techniques and things like that, I think I'm much better.
Do you think he's overhyped, Morales?
No, not overhyped. He's really good. He's undefeated. But I think people think like he can have more chance to beat Islam because he's stronger, you know, like he's bigger guy, and it would be like a little bit harder to Islam taking him down.
Michael Chiesa argues that the size and wrestling of Michael Morales could pose a significant challenge for Islam Makhachev. However, Chiesa notes that Carlos Prates holds the superior resume.
And we got to give Michael Morales his flowers. He's fucking huge. Pardon my language. The guy is massive. Like, for him to go through that process of having to make 170, that's a chore in itself. That's an understatement. Like, that guy has to work hard to make one, and championship weight. That extra pound from 171 to 170, when you are that big, that's a big pound. So I'm on the fence because I think that Morales obviously has the steam from the company and from the fans, but then why didn't he weigh in as the backup? Because for Michael Morales' efforts, like, he should get something, you know? And yeah, there's a lot of people that could say, well, you know, like, Prates just took out, you know, a former champion in JDM, you know, and Morales' last win, Sean Brady, a guy that's, you know, been knocking on the door of title contention for a while. Prates has the stronger resume, but like I said, I just feel like when you weigh in as the backup, you should almost have like an expectation that like you should be next, but things don't always shake out.
Carlos Prates and Michael Morales both attended UFC 330 to watch Islam Makhachev. Paddy Pimblett weighed in on the rising momentum surrounding Prates.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast, but then like Carlos Prates is like that. He's a welterweight, so he's not like a big massive dude.
Sure.
But lad, when he hits people, they know about it.
Yeah.
I think he's like 8-1 in the UFC with 8 knockouts. You know what I mean? He's got like
just heavy hands.
He's only lost to Ian Garry, and it was a decision. I think Prates is a future champion, and he's a nice dude as well. But lad, some of the knockouts you've got, spinning back elbows, flying knees. You know what I mean? He's a joy.
Islam Makhachev discussed his timeline for a potential return to the octagon. He explained his preference for a fight before Ramadan.
I don't know who I want to choose, no matter who is them. Let them fight. Why they not fight in this card to see who is the number one contender, But it's okay. I'm happy we have some real contenders in this division. These guys, Morales, Prates, Shavkat, they make me like training every day more hard. But because I see this is the real fighters who can give me.
Kamaru Usman remains convinced he can defeat Islam Makhachev, citing favorable stylistic matchups during an appearance on the Pound for Pound podcast.
From what the people do know from history that would make this a banger fight, it's still the Nigerian nightmare Kamaru motherfucking Usman. The guy that could defend takedowns. The guy that's going to stay on his feet. The guy that's not gonna fucking shy away from you, that's gonna press, that's gonna stay in there and actually fight you. But that's between you.
You try to glaze you, boy. I appreciate you, my boy.
Think about it, dude. The 170 pounds, bro. Who's the fucking grappler in there, bro? Like who?
My God. Listen, Henry. I said this. Remember, this was last year. I was saying this. Last year, I said, guys, I'm looking at, there's some good guys, there's really, really good guys coming up that are going to turn into killers. Good guys. I understand that. But right now, being honest with you, with all the styles that I see in the MMA mathematics, how it works out, I felt that, hey, listen, styles make fights. I'm telling you guys, I can get that done. And everyone's, oh, you don't deserve it. You this, you that. And listen, I get it. I understand. And I took a step back. It is what it is. And I sat on the shelf for a while and then obviously took the chances or whatever. And we know how.
The California State Athletic Commission released official fight night weights for UFC Sacramento. Gregory Rodriguez, who appeared significantly larger in the octagon, weighed 185 pounds at Friday's weigh-ins and 204.4 pounds on fight night, a gain of 19.4 pounds. His opponent, Anthony Hernandez, went from 186 pounds to 202.2 pounds, adding 16.2 pounds. The most substantial weight gain came from featherweight Marcio Barboza, who secured a first-round knockout over Ryan Cousy. Barboza weighed 145.5 pounds at weigh-ins. He rehydrated to 171 pounds on fight night, gaining 25.5 pounds. This placed him in welterweight territory. Cousy weighed 153.2 pounds on fight night, giving Barboza a 17.8 pound advantage. Other UFC Sacramento fight night weights included Roman Dolidze, 206 to 226.2 pounds, a 20.2 pound gain. Rainier de Ridder, 205 to 221.8 pounds, 16.8 pounds. One fighter went from 156 to 177.2 pounds, a 21.2 pound gain. Another went from 156 to 177.4 pounds, a 21.4 pound gain. From 124.5 to 137.4 pounds, a 12.9 pound gain. From 125.5 to 136.6 pounds, an 11.1 pound gain. From 266 to 269.2 pounds, a 3.2 pound gain. Lerone Douglas, 145.5 to 162.8 pounds, 17.3 pounds. Jamal Emmers, 143.5 to 156.8 pounds, 13.3 pounds. Nasrat Haqparast, 155.5 to 173.4 pounds, 17.9 pounds. Chris Padilla, 156 to 170.2 pounds, 14.2 pounds. Stanley Dorsonville, 155.5 to 179 pounds, 23.5 pounds. Gage Young, 155.5 to 180.2 pounds, 24.7 pounds. Jackson McVia, 185 to 207.8 pounds, 22.8 pounds. Wesley Schultz, 186 to 209 pounds, 23 pounds. Elizeu Zaleski, 115 to 125 pounds, 10 pounds. Chanel Dyer, 116 to 125 pounds, 9 pounds. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest MMA news. And I'll see you in the next video.